transportation adds up to 30 days, moving outside your comfort zone, expanding your horizons.
You'll devote a sum of 78 days to competing on the track, field, court, on the ice, or in the pool. 8 days cheering on the Wolfpack, becoming part of something larger than yourself.
37 days singing and dancing on stage, finding your passion, uncovering new ones.
Navigating international diplomacies with Model UN for 48 days.
51 days working through complex proofs and equations in the Math Resource Center.
Celebrating our Catholic Jesuit tradition for 16 days at Mass in Holy Family Church.
25 days hypothesizing and testing in labs.
Participating in community service for 17 days. Living our mission as a woman or man for and with others.
32 days spent studying in the library. Okay, and maybe a few sleeping.
95 days of homework. Learning vocabulary, developing presentations, preparing for tests, becoming a lifelong learner.
Waiting in line for a panini for 5 days.
10 days spent on the couches in formation and ministry, growing in faith and kinship.
Looking to the future with college counseling for 8 days, all the while supported through the journey.
And hopefully, 0 days in jug.
For so many, so much more, every single day spent as part of a community, a family, a network of friendships that extends far beyond 4 years. Every single day rooted in values to drive each day forward.
150 years of tradition stands at 1076 West Roosevelt Road. How will we write the next chapter in school history?
With you. We need the one and only you. A journey like no other awaits you with the Wolfpack. Each special moment, one day at a time. Come write your story at St. Ignatius College Prep.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
My name is Mary Ellen Schneider, and I'm the Fine Arts Department Chair at St. Ignatius. I'm proud to say that we probably have at least 50% of the student body involved in one of the visual or performing arts throughout their career here. It's important for the students to be involved in the arts here because they learn something that they can enjoy for a lifetime. There's no cap on.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics. And we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Da-na-na-na. Why am I so excited, Rick Aaron? Do you know why? Do you know why?
Tell me why.
Even though we're in a phone booth right now, I'm fired up because it's Thursday night. This is a special edition of Benet Academy football versus the Notre Dame Dons. What do you say about that?
It's our first time in a long time doing a Thursday night football game. And because of some field issues, we had to adjust on the fly. Thank you to Notre Dame and their fans for coming out here. It's a short week for both these teams, but very, very excited to be here on a beautiful night in Lisle. The 1-4 Dons of Notre Dame versus the 2-3 Red Wings. The Red Wings going for 500 tonight.
If Benet has any aspirations of going to the playoffs this year, and I know they do, this is a must-win, Rick. They've got 2 more games against Nazareth and Joliet Catholic, so this is a must-win.
And Naperville Central.
Yeah, but the Naperville Central is
right.
a makeup game, so that counts as a W in the books. Here's a Benet return, brought back out to about the 37-yard line, and that's where Benet will start their first series.
So Bennett's coming off a great victory last week on homecoming here last Friday night, 41-7 over Marian Catholic, where they were down 7-0 that game, Mark. And all of a sudden, the offense took over, the defense took over, the special teams were spot on. Everything looked good for the Red Wings last week.
Yeah, you'd like to see some more growth from this offensive line and from Picciolini. Picciolini had a really nice game. Lawler has stepped up really nice with the injury to Forney. Here's a quick snap. Inside handoff to Lawler, and he's met immediately, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10, Rick.
Yeah, you talk about the game plan last week. I thought Picciolini played a great game. I thought he ran the ball. I thought he made great decisions. He threw a couple of balls, one to Walsh, and I can't remember who the other one was too. Both were dead on. He looked really, really good last week.
Yeah, and what was really nice, I thought Benet changed up their sets a lot. They had some double tight ends. They had some trips, obviously. They had 2 running backs a couple times, and really did a nice job switching up the sets and the plays against Marian Catholic. Here's a quick swing patch to this near side of the field.
Oh, boy.
That's Snell, and he's just a shoestring tackle.
They're going to call it back.
Is that a hold on?
Well, they're gonna say it's a block in the back by number 8. And it was right in front of the official. I don't agree with it personally, not to talk like a Red Wing fan. But that's what they're calling a block in the back.
That was on number 8, Kyle Modi.
Pretty ticky-tack call.
Yeah. So that's going to...
You know, it was one of those plays, too, Mark, that didn't have a lot of bearing on the play.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that always drive me crazy. The runner was past them, the ball was past them. Sometimes you just got to put that back in your pocket.
So 2nd down again, but this time it's 2nd and 20. They've got trips to that far side of the field. Picciolini drops straight back. He's looking to his right the whole time. He's going to unleash it down that sideline, and he was trying to hit number 23, Owen Takahashi. Broken up by number 8, Patrick Prozel.
And I'm with Coach New on this one. He's looking for the flag. Even though there wasn't the contact, the defensive back never turned around and made a play on that ball.
Yeah.
He face guarded the entire time down. That should have been a pass interference.
3rd and a country mile for the Red Wings. If you're just joining us, it's a scoreless game. This is Bennett's first possession. Walsh down here on the near sideline here, split out by himself. Trips to the far left side. Picciolini's going to keep it. He's got some running room up the middle, but he's hit after he gets into the secondary there and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So after all that, we're back to where we started off, Rick, at the 36, 37-yard line, and Bennett's going to have to punt now.
Yeah, they're going to punt the ball here. It was not the way you necessarily want to start out. A couple questionable calls. Try to establish the run early, but then based on field position, had to come out and pass the ball.
Picciolini is also the punter for Benet. Back for Notre Dame is Nathan Garnhart. Low line drive punt. It's going to take a bounce the wrong way, and Bennett's going to field it right at about the 49-yard line. That's going to be great field position for the Dons.
You're going to need your punter to have more than net 12 yards when you're in that situation. So what we could have done is had Notre Dame push way back in their own field, and unfortunately they're going to start the ball right at the 50.
Beautiful evening here. Last weekend rainy, very windy, but tonight, calm breeze, beautiful weather. It's got to be around 75 degrees, Rick, and a beautiful night for football.
Well, it could be snowing, raining, hail, whatever it is, as long as you get that victory. And that's what happened last week.
Ricciardi hands off to number 32. That's Jacob Planka with... it's 35. I'm sorry, that's 35, sure. Colin Randazzo. Ricciardi from the gun. He's got Randazzo to his left. Randazzo runs a little wheel route there on the left side. Now he's going to roll to his right. He's got some pressure. It's tipped up in the air, and it's almost picked off. That was a really nice play by the defense.
Great play.
That? 52 for Benet. Badescu with a really nice job on that side of the field.
Yeah, that ball, if it hung up for another second, was going to be an interception. Every time you say Ricciardi, it reminds me of something my grandpa told me.
Yeah, what's that?
Never trust a guy with two first names.
Here's the slot in motion,
and
now he hands off to Randazzo, who's back into the secondary, and he's not dragged down until he gets a nice pickup. That's the tackle's made by Brendan Smith, number 24.
That was a beautifully designed play by the Dons. They had that defense back on its heels, gave it to the second back through. Nice gain, first down Notre Dame.
Ricciardi with Randazzo to his left. Hands off to Randazzo, who's now sweeping to that right side, but he's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. May have gotten a yard.
There was some of that energy we saw last week. You know, if you remember correctly, if you were at the game or tuning in, Marion came right down and drove the ball kind of right down the throats.
Yeah, they did.
And had a couple of big plays, but it looked like they were going to control the ball, and that, especially the line of scrimmage. And then Bennett's defense really stepped up. That's what we saw more of on that play.
2nd and 10 for the Dons. Adam Gallagher split to this near side of the field. Ricciardi fakes it to him, now swings it out to Randazzo, and he drops it. I think he heard some footsteps coming up on him.
Yeah, the ball was a little bit out of his reach. Definitely catchable, but a little higher than probably the quarterback wanted to put it.
Liam Johnson and Brendan Smith put the fear of God in him, and I think that's why he dropped the ball. But nice coverage there on the defensive secondary for the Red Wings. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Ryan Petusik still out for the Red Wings, but I told you before, we've got Takahashi back in. He's been a welcome addition to this defensive backfield and as a receiver. 2 split out to this near side of the field. Ricciardi hands it off right up the middle, and that's stuffed for maybe a yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 9.
Notre Dame really trying to establish this running game early, open up the passing game a little bit, but Benet sniffs out another one, puts him in a 4th and long, and it looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field, Mark.
Yeah, so they're at the 31, so that would be a 48-yard field goal, probably outside most high school legs, and so why not go for it at this point? See if you can bust a play open and get a first down and get in that red zone. Here's a slot in motion. They fake it to him. Ricciardi drops straight back. He's got a heavy rush. Now he drops it off to that slot on the far side of the sidelines, and he's hit and brought down well short of the first down. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Great job by the Benet defense.
Well, they got that big first down, but Benet was ready for that one. I keep saying Notre Dame. As a Notre Dame University fan, this is very difficult for me.
It's killing
but
I can tell.
The Red Wings,
this internal struggle.
Great job on defense.
Let's go back to why you're so fired up and why I'm so fired up. Thursday, right? Benet. Friday, we got the Hawkeyes taking on Maryland. Saturday, a potpourri of games.
Yep.
And then Sunday, you got NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, This is like Christmas comes early.
I like this Thursday night football game. I'm not going to lie. I think the fans are still getting used to it because they're still trickling in here on the earlier start on a Thursday.
Snell in the slot here. Piccolini drops straight back, throws it out to this flat, and that's caught by Modi, but that was really dangerous throw because number 24 for the Dons, Nathan Garnhart, was right there, and I thought it might be picked off, quite honestly.
Well, you know what made me nervous there, Mark? He never really looked off the receiver.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden that corner was creeping up, and just out of his reach. But a 7-yard gain for the Red Wings.
What was nice and what I think is great for young kids watching the game, Modi came back for the ball. A lot of receivers wait for the ball to come to them. Modi came back for it. Nice completion. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3rd for the Red Wings. Piccolini rolls to his right. Great coverage downfield, so he was smart. He just threw the ball away. See, there's some maturity on Piccolini, I think. Instead of forcing it and throwing it over the middle late for a possible interception, he just threw it out of bounds.
I think he's looked great the last couple weeks. Like I said, that homecoming game, he made some major league throws. He was outstanding.
3rd and 4 for the Red Wings. They're at their own 38-yard line. Just over 7 minutes left to go in this scoreless first quarter. Snell split out far side of the field. Modi in the slot there. Now Modi in motion. He does not give it to him. He keeps it, and he's just jammed up there and barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. The Dons were not fooled by that at all.
Mark, I don't know enough about the Dons defense to know if there's a matchup that we're trying to stay away from, but we are using one side of the field on these first 2 possessions.
Yeah.
Everything is going middle right.
Yeah, no, that's a good call.
That's why my kid gets free tuition at Benet.
Hi-yo. Piccolini standing at his own 21. Let's see if he can get a better punt this time. This one's a low liner, and it's got some distance at least. It's fielded at the 29, now 30, 35, 40. Runs out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Another great starting point for the Dons.
First, there's no way I'm getting free tuition at Benet. And 2, that was a nice little run, and you're right. This is the 2nd possession they've had in a row where they're starting near midfield.
No, and you alluded to it earlier. If anything else, it's the game of field control and field possession. And so far, it's been all Dons. They've had great field position to start. Unfortunately or fortunately for Benet, they stopped them over there on 4th down. But if they would have punted and buried them, maybe at their 1 or 2, different ball game.
That's right.
Ricciardi now with 2 running backs. He's got Randazzo in motion, hands off to the inside. That's number 29, Francisco Ricciardi. I think that must be his brother, or
they are brothers.
They are.
I know that not a fact, but I'm pretty sure. But Francisco, that's fun to say.
Well, how about it's Francisco and Vincenzo?
I like that.
I'm going to have to meet these parents.
It's the movie Elf, by the way. Francisco. That's fun to say.
Dons break from the huddle. Vincenzo Ricciardi, standing back at his 45, takes a snap. Now he's going to keep it after faking to that jet sweep, and he's got some running room, and he's got a 1st down. Really nice running. He read the lineman, watched the linebackers, and made some nice cuts to get a nice pickup there for the Dons.
Notre Dame seems to see something in the middle of that field that they feel like they can take advantage of because they're running most of their plays in between the tackles and having some success.
Bayer, Weidenbach, Lawler, our linebackers, did a nice job last week against Marian Catholic. They're going to have to step up on that. But I think you're right. I think our defensive line has to have a better surge there and control that line of scrimmage to prevent runs like that. Hard count by Ricciardi. Now he hands off. Benet looking for a hold there. I heard a couple coaches yell for that.
Yeah, it looks like there was some motion over on that side, but right now the Don offensive line is doing a tremendous job with that initial surge.
The Don line, led by their left tackle, Timothy Stevens, Joseph Murphy, Joseph Giamatti, Frank Salvage, and Patrick Colgan. Riccardi now swings out to this far side of the field to Randazzo. He's going to throw it. He's got a receiver wide. Interesting.
A nice long sustained drive. I think Benet will come back and look really, really good on this drive. I don't know if you remember, we did this game a few years ago, and the Dons had these same uniforms on, but with the white lettering.
Oh, I remember it really well because it was incredibly difficult to try and read
it almost looked like they didn't know
who was making the plays.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Man, you can't take away that was a perfectly executed play, but I think the takeaway that is our defensive secondary's got to watch the line, right? If the line is pass blocking, they can't bite and come running up to make that tackle. Here's a great return, and it's brought back to the 44-yard line for the Red Wings. That was number 3, Andrew Manuel.
Number 4.
Joe Keogh. Joe Keogh had he's had a couple of nice games back-to-back here.
Yeah, we've mentioned his name quite a bit. He was all over the field last week.
Yeah, some nice returns, an interception, some nice plays. So,
well, this is some good field position for Benet, right? This is where you want to be. Gives you some options on what you want to do.
Best of the game so far, the Red Wings. 1st and 10 from their 44. Picciolini hands off inside. This is Lawler going over the right side. He's got a lot of running room. He spins, breaks another tackle, and he's got about a 13 or 14-yard gain. That was really nice running and a really big hole, Rick.
Yeah, great run, though. I love when he throws that second arm there, protects the ball, tries to get that extra yard.
The timing seemed better on that, and the line really fired off the ball.
Yep.
And the back really hit the line quickly, I thought. It wasn't a delayed reaction. So really nice design play and a nice execution by the line and the running backs. Picciolini looks to his right. He looks for Walsh, does a pump fake, throws it out to Walsh. Walsh has the completion, maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain, not much there.
Yeah, and Walsh was a great target for them last week. Obviously, he's a matchup issue for any team he plays with that height and the speed. So look for him to be moved all over the field again and for him to try to get the ball.
2nd and 6 for the Red Wings. Just under 4 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Double tight end formation, inside handoff to Lawler again. He spins, keeps his feet moving. He was down about 2 yards before that, but because of his effort, Rick, he picked up another 2 yards.
You know, I think the Notre Dame Don actually thought he was down his knee. It was a nice play by the middle linebacker to make the initial hit on that. He actually recovered very, very well, but Lawler spun out of it, got an extra 3 yards.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Mark, I'm keeping it on the ground right here, and then if we don't get it, I'm keeping it on the ground again. Don't be surprised if the ball doesn't leave the quarterback's hands here.
It's the double tight end formation again, inside handoff to Lawler, and he's got a big hole, big gain right up the middle. That was right over the left guard, Rick.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. You want to start seeing that offensive line start to dominate the defense like that. Give Lawler the hose and let him do the rest. Big first down for the Red Wings.
Higbee, who came in last week after battling through an injury, I was told re-injured his shoulder, so he's not playing this week. A loss for the Red Wings. Piccolini's going to throw it down this near sideline to Walsh. Jump ball. The defensive back was there the whole time, and he caught it, but he was out of bounds.
You know, that goes back to the matchup problems I'm talking about with Walsh, right? He's tall. They're looking for that corner. But when you throw a ball like that, only two people should be able to catch it. That's the track or Walsh.
Yeah.
But right there, that was not a great throw by the quarterback.
Nathan Garrard there on the coverage. He's been all over the field defensively. I've called his name a few times already tonight. Piccolini, once again, with that double tight end formation. They're going to fake it to Lawler. Now he's going to throw it out to the far side. He's got Snell in the flat, who breaks his tackle.
Boy.
Nice stiff arm and brings it into the house. Touchdown Red Wings, touchdown Red Wing Nation.
That was fantastic. What a play by Piccolini, who knew he was going to get hit, right? The left end came at him pretty hard. He stood in the pocket, threw a strike, touchdown Red Wings. That's the kind of answer you need.
It was a great answer by the Wings. I love the play call because they did the inside to hand off to Lawler. Again. Oh, play action, dump it off. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's good. And with just 2:41 left to go in this first quarter, it is Benet 7, Notre Dame 7.
Perfect.
Great drive and a great answer by the Red Wings.
Yeah, and that fires up your own defense too, right? You go back in and you have a 3 and out or 1 first down and you don't score and you have to go back out there. All of a sudden it starts to wear on you a little bit, not only physically but mentally. Now you've got fired up. We have a brand new ball game. I feel like we should send something out that this game was at 6:30 to try to get some more fans here. It's a little quiet after homecoming.
It is quiet compared to that.
We've had some great crowds here for the Naperville North for the opener, which was phenomenal. The crowd here in a great game, and then last week for homecoming we had another fantastic crowd here in Lisle, and it's been great to see the fans back in the stands.
Lawler, after those several nice runs, is now handling the kickoff responsibilities for Benet. Little pooch kick taken by Garnhart at the 20. Now the 25, the 30. Makes a shake and bake move, and then he's shoved out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Brought down by 2 or 3 tacklers there. Brendan Smith was on the tackle for the Red Wings.
We've seen that a bunch this year, either kick towards us or us kicking off, is teams aren't kicking deep as much anymore. If you're not going to get to that end zone, I think that they're just being a little bit more cautious about getting those game breakers.
Yeah.
So they're kicking it up a little bit, hoping that the defense can get down there quick enough. But
I also think by kicking it up to that next level of guys, it's not always your best ball handlers per se, and maybe you get lucky with a fumble or a dropped return, right?
Yep. What you give up on field position, you can maybe get on the upside.
Riccardi off to Randazzo off this left-hand side, and Randazzo puts down his shoulder and barrels ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards. Randazzo is a hard ball carrier.
Yeah, and you know what? There was nothing tricky about that play, right? He ran hard. It was right through those big hogs on the offensive line, and 5.5, 6 yards on first down.
Usually we get some heights and weights, but number 72 is Timothy Stevens. He's a big kid. He's well over 202 bills. Here's that jet sweep to 29 over to the far side of the field. He cuts back. Nice contain there over on that side of the field. He cut up and maybe picked up a yard. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3, Rick.
Boy, this would be a great time for a play action. They've established some running. They've established it inside. This drive, they've gone outside of both the tackles, but a play action pass here could really hit.
It's taking a lot of time for the play to come in from the sidelines. They've got a up back here, that H-back over the left side. It looks like a lead blocker. Now he's going to roll right, and the running back's going to follow him over that right side. He's got a lot of room, cuts back, and makes a nice move. He's well into Benet territory. He gets dragged down about the 40-yard line.
You know, you see a lot of guys hop or jump over a defender or try to get a little bit extra. He never slowed down.
Yeah.
It was like he was running as he made that jump. That was a fantastic run.
All right, it looks like he stepped out a little bit earlier than the 40 because they've got him marked at Bennett's 44. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from Bennett's 44-yard line. Just about a minute and a half left to go in this first quarter. Trips receivers out to this near side. Riccardi's now going to swing it over here on a quick bubble screen, but he's wrapped up by 2-3 Benet tacklers. Keogh kind of finished him off.
These kids run hard. That was a play that could have been a 1 or 2 yard loss. He ended up making it a 1 or 2 yard gain by keeping those feet moving.
Riccardi rolls to his right. He's got a lot of pressure. Ball's thrown out of bounds. That was a smart move. There was good coverage downfield, and he had a lot of pressure in his face, and I think he just realized, why cause a problem here and throw an interception? I'm just going to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, Walsh was on his tail on that one. That was definitely a veteran move to get that ball out.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Dons. They're at Bennett's 43. About 50 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Benet 7, Don 7. Tight formation here. Riccardi hands off to Randazzo over the left side. Puts his head down, not much there. Stuffed up really nicely by the Red Wing defense.
Boy, that play looked like it had some wheels, didn't it, when it took off? I didn't see a lot of red jerseys at first as that ball was going off the left side, but they collapsed and closed really quickly. And I think you're going to see the punt team try to pin the Red Wings back deep in their own end zone or
Takahashi,
territory.
I saw Brendan Smith in there on a tackle as well. Love to see when it's 2 or 3 guys making the tackle for the Wings. Liam Johnson and Keogh back for the Red Wings. They're back at their own 10-yard line. Punts away. Nice high punt. They're going to let it go. It's going to take a big bounce, and that was a smart move by Keogh. I could hear him scream, let it go, let it go. I think he could tell by the low trajectory that was going to take a nice bounce and go into the end zone. Smart play.
Yeah, that definitely took a bounce in the Red Wing favor.
So Benet will take over at their own 20, tied 7-7. What's your initial take so far, Rick?
I think it's a great game. I think both teams are trying to establish the run, where they haven't had a lot of success in the past other than the touchdown. But right now, this is going back and forth. A couple of hard-nosed football teams that both think this is an important victory.
Piccolini takes the snap, fakes it to Lawler, now rolls left, puts his shoulder down, but he was met quickly at that line of scrimmage. He may have picked up a yard, if that, Rick.
Yeah. I was nervous the way that ball came down, that ball had popped loose, but it didn't. A 1 yard gain, and that'll end the first quarter.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
All right, we're back. Picciolini standing back at his 15. He's going to drop straight back, look to his right. He delivers to that far side. Great catch, great pass. That looked like Walsh out there. Am I right, Rick? Yeah.
It was, yep.
And that's going to move the chains. To your point, really nice throw. It was thrown over his outside shoulder. Really, the only guy who was going to catch that pass was Walsh.
And that's the way you have to do it, whether it's in the corner of an end zone or going out of bounds, right? You don't want to give the defender a chance to get to that ball.
Red Wings break from the huddle. Here's Snell coming out to this near side of the field. Double tight end formation. We're seeing that a lot tonight. Inside handoff to Lawler over that middle to left side, and he breaks a tackle. Man, is Lawler running tough tonight.
This is like mirror images of these running plays, isn't it? As far as the initial hit happens close to the line of scrimmage, and then
it looks like
another 3, 4, or 5 yards.
Yeah. Once again, another thing for young ball players. Even though you feel that initial contact, keep your legs driving. You don't know if they're going to wrap up. If they're not wrapping up and they're not using your legs to tackle you, you can run like Forney or now Lawler. Lawler's doing a really nice job stepping up into that position. This time Picciolini fakes it to Lawler, runs over that right side. He's going to be just short, I think, of the first down. It's going to bring up a third and maybe a foot, I think, Rick.
You know, when you talk about young players watching this, it's like being in the broadcast booth with Steve Stone. It really is. Just the way you're instructing and showing these kids how to go out there and play. I love it. Mark, this has got to be right over the center, right? I mean, this is, you want to get that first down. No reason to outthink yourselves here.
I'm with you on that. I love that play-action play that we did last time because you know they're going to be keen on the run. But, yes, Lawler has earned it, and they give it to him, and he gets it again, breaks a tackle. Now he's at the 50, the 45, the 40, and look at him fight every extra yard.
Boy, I thought he was going to be 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage on that, and he just exploded through the line, never even went down. He was shoved out of bounds. First down, Red Wings. Great run. He's running like a man possessed tonight.
Joseph Kinch on the tackle for the Dons. Really, really nice job by Lawler. He wanted that first down, and once again, I saw some contact there at the line of scrimmage, but he broke through those tackles, and then it was like he was getting greedy, man. He wanted to take it to the house. Manuel here in the slot. He's right at the 38-yard line. Fakes the handoff. Now Picciolini, he looked like he wanted to run, but he was grabbed just by his left arm, and he got in all sorts of trouble. There was some pressure up.
It looks like it was play action, but it didn't look very smooth, right? Yeah. It almost looked like there was some miscommunication between the tailback and the quarterback on that play. Nice job tucking that ball and not having a turnover, but now you've got second and about 15.
Well, it may have been that run-pass option. Sometimes those running backs get a little greedy and they squeeze down on the ball a little too much, and the quarterback can't pull it out. Or conversely, the quarterback is confused and he doesn't do a good job of definitively pulling the ball out. So it's that mesh, right? That mesh. Heavy rush up the middle and the sides. Wow, that was the most aggressive I've seen the Dons on defense all night. That was very impressive.
Red Wings didn't have a chance in that play. All you can do is tuck down on that one and keep that ball because there was Dons coming from every angle.
They had man coverage, and I saw downfield. It looked like everybody was covered up really well, and Picciolini had no chance. He had both ends pinching down on him, and there was a heavy rush right down the middle. That's going to bring up a third and, good Lord, 25. He's got trips receivers to that far side of the field. He's going to drop straight back. Now he's going to throw it over the middle deep. And it was almost picked off. It was dropped there by the defender. That was Garnhart.
Mark, I don't understand watching that how that wasn't picked off because it looks like it hit
him right in his breadbasket. Yeah.
It was, he overshot the receiver by a decent margin, and the only person there was a Don.
So not the greatest series there for the Wings, but they're going to punt it now. Picciolini Squib off his right foot. He's not having a good night punting right now, but it takes a nice bounce. It's going to roll out. Let's see where they mark it. About the 24-yard line of the Dons.
You know, that when that left his foot, I thought that was going to be a really tough punt, but that got a great roll for the Red Wings.
$8:22 left to go in this half. Benet 7, Dons 7. Riccardi fakes the handoff. Now he's going to dump it off on that far sidelines for just a quick 3-yard pickup. Nice play fake, and he delivered it out there quickly. Tough to defend that. 2nd and 7, let's call it. The Dons at their own 28-yard line. You've got one sole receiver here split way out to the near side. Handoff to Randazzo over the left side. He's got a big hole, breaks well past the linebackers into the safeties, and he's brought down finally at about the 44-yard line of the Dons.
Another nice run. Nothing tricky about that again, right? I mean, just
we haven't seen
up the middle.
Yeah, against Marian Catholic, we didn't see that big of holes and everything, so it's a little bit surprising tonight. We don't have control of that defensive line like
well, those defensive ends last week did such a great job of pinching in right after that first drive. That they're working the middle of the field right now. They're staying away from Walsh.
Inside handoff, stuffed quickly. That's not going anywhere. That's a nice stop by the D. Last week, McGivney, Novak, Heiberger, Walsh all did a really nice job of controlling that line. Right now, Walsh is in at that left defensive end. Looks like McGivney's there on that far side. 2nd and 10. Here's the man in motion. He fakes that. Now hands off to Randazzo off the left side. Big hole. Another first down. He is bursting through that line without anyone touching him. And our linebackers and defensive backs are making the tackles. It's never a good sign for your defense.
It's that fake that seems to freeze the defense for a second. Yeah, and by the time the tailback has the ball, it's a second too late.
Riccardi now throws it out to that far side, but it's tipped and batted out of bounds. That was that same play that they started the drive with over there and picked up the 3 yards on. It was like they're doing the same play again and again, Rick.
Well, I think this defensive line is doing a nice job. This isn't one of the taller quarterbacks that we faced or will face this year, right? So they're getting those hands up, making it difficult to get it over the line of scrimmage.
Badescu in at defensive end on that far side. McGivney down lineman as well as Walsh and Novak. Handoff over the left side, a spin move, and a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards.
Well, I think we're about to see 4-down territory again, Mark. I mean, this is 3rd and a long 6. I think you're going to see back-to-back runs here trying to get this first down.
Let's see if Novak, McGivney, Walsh, and Badescu can answer right here. Here's that slot in motion. They fake it to him. The quarterback's going to keep it over the right side, and he stopped, maybe got a yard. Nice job by the defensive line. They answered that call.
Well, it looks like they are bringing their punt team on the field. So they're going to try to pin Benet back. This is where you tell every one of those guys, watch the ball, watch the ball, watch the ball.
And just as delivered, somebody screamed, watch the snap. Johnson and Keogh back for the Red Wings. Here's the snap. Ball's away. Nice high kick end over end. It's going to bounce at the 10.
Boy.
Big bounce. It's going to be downed at about the 5-yard line. Nice job by the Dons special teams.
Well, it looks like that the coaching made the right decision on that one, because putting Benet back really limits what you can do. Let's see if they try to send the house like they did as they did on that last drive.
5:25 left to go in this first half. Still tie ball game, 7-7. Benet from their own sidelines comes jogging over. Piccolini's got Lawler to his left. He's got that pro set. He's going to hand off to Lawler over the right side. He's got a big hole. He spins, breaks a tackle, and he's down at the 21. 16-yard pickup. Nice blocking by the line and a great run by Lawler.
And he was one guy away from taking that to the house. I mean, that safety came up, made a heck of a tackle. Lawler's running downhill, and he is actually explosive tonight.
Manuel in motion. They hand it off to him on the jet sweep. He's got some running room, and he's pushed out of bounds. About a, 3 or 4 yard pickup maybe, Rick?
Yeah, that's a tough spot. I thought he got a little bit more than that, Mark. They're looking about 1.5 yards.
Wow. That's Andrew Manuel. He's a really good ball player. I've seen him for the last few years. He's a little bit smaller, but I'll tell you something. The kid's got a lot of heart. He's got a ton of speed. He's a burner. Loves to play football. I love watching that guy. In fact, he's split out here. He's that middle slot here. Little swing pass out to him again, but they were quick to close on him, and I think he basically got back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
Looks like that was Jack Doherty with the tackle.
Doherty number
3, who was right on that. That was a beautiful play.
I remember Doherty may have even played quarterback some last year, if I remember correctly. He looks really familiar to me. Fakes to Lawler. Now he dumps it off to Walsh, but he was down, but he's got the first down.
That's number 8.
Oh, it's 18.
Yep.
I apologize. That's number 18, Jack Kane. Jack Kane, who's done a really nice job. He's a St. Joe of Downers Grove graduate.
Oh, very nice. And that play was well designed. I mean,
yeah.
Find the middle, find that seam, just over the first down marker, get a fresh set of downs. First down, Red Wings.
Trips receivers to that far side. Benet at their own 34. Piccolini drops straight back. He's trying to set up the screen to Lawler, but Notre Dame was not biting on it, and a defensive lineman just batted the ball down. We're lucky he batted it down and didn't intercept that, quite honestly, Rick.
This is about to be the kiss of death, but it's been a really, really clean game. We've only seen one penalty so far in this game.
Oh, Rick.
I know.
Rick,
I had to say it, though. After the last game, after that Marion game that went 8.5 hours, it's just really nice to see teams get up there to play disciplined football.
Walsh back in the game. He's on this near sideline. Piccolini throws it over the middle. That's Kane again. And look at Kane. Kane was stopped for the first down. That's Walsh. Gosh darn it. The 19 and the 18 is tough. Walsh did a great job. He was about 2 yards short of the first down, dragged those two guys for a first down for Benet.
Well, he caught it with his hands, knew he was going to get hit, knew where the first down marker was. That was a beautiful play. And there was some pepper on that pass.
Yeah. 3:42 left to go in this first half. Benet at their own 46. Trips to that far side. Piccolini takes a snap, drops straight back, throws it out here to the left. That's Kane. Kane and Walsh doing a nice job tonight.
Kane is able.
That was just, you were waiting all night to use that, I think. Really nice catch. He didn't let the ball come into his chest. He caught it with his hands, spun quickly, and move the ball downfield. Really nice job by Kane. Nice pass.
This
by
is
Piccolini.
this is just a nice drive, Mark. This started at the 4-yard line of the Red Wings.
Lawler to his left, double tight end set, fakes to Lawler, rolls to his left. Now he's going to throw it deep down the middle. He's got a receiver open. Oh! Walsh. It was a tough catch, and Coach New is livid. He thought there was interference again.
Well, I think what he's saying again is the defensive back.
Aren't even turning,
they're not turning around, Mark. So you have to at least make a play on the ball. You've got to be looking at the quarterback and the ball, and he's not doing that. But on the flip side, Benet might have caught a break with a hold that was right in front of us. So maybe they might have evened each other out.
Even with the defender and his head turned and a possible interference, I thought Walsh had it for a split second. Piccolini tries to hit Snell on the far side and just a little bit overthrown. Shout out to Mr. Fitzgerald listening to the game.
Yeah, it's always good to have our buddy out in California listen to the game. Missed last week, had a parent excuse or something crazy, but I'll tell you what, it's good he's back here for the early West Coast kickoff.
Early West Coast.
Benet legend Neil Fitzgerald, I like to say.
2:52 left to go in this first half. Benet with a 3rd and long. Fitzgerald hits Manuel and Modi. The ball was a little bit high, but I think Modi was trying to start running downfield before he had it.
For those of you listening at home, we don't have benefit of instant replay or a big screen, and Mark has been doing this for a while, so those numbers are just a little bit off for him right now.
Well, we're using the binoculars. It's a paperweight right now.
He's doing the best he can.
What was a promising drive is now going to end in a Benet punt. And Piccolini's got a low-line drive kick that's going to take a backwards bounce. It's going to be fielded at about the 23-yard line, and that's where the Dons will take over.
Even that last incompletion as a catch, Mark, I don't think gets you the first down. So you're right. I mean, they marched down 50-plus yards. They look good, mixing up the run and the pass. Got stalled. 2:41 for the Dons to try to do something here going into the half.
Plenty of time for them to do it. Bennett's really going to have to shut them down. Riccardi takes a snap. Now he's going to pitch it out to the right to Randazzo. Hits the line, drags a guy maybe 2 yards. But nice job, nice pursuit by the Benet defense.
You know, there's a lot of yards. I mean, it seems like they're running the ball very, very well, right? Every time you look up, it's 4, 5, 10 yards. They've scored on one play, and it was a beautifully designed trick play.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're Benet at 7-7 with 2 minutes left, you really have to take that into consideration. Can we tighten up on the run? Of course we can. Some other things you always want to do at halftime, but it was one trick play.
2nd and 7 for the Dons. Riccardi takes a snap. Now he's going to roll left. He's got some pressure. He dumps it off to his tight end, who's got some running room, and he's knocked out of bounds. Still inside the Dons' territory, but that's a big gain for the Dons.
You know, I'm going to play Monday morning quarterback here, backseat driver, but I looked at 85 in the huddle last series and wondered, boy, looked like a matchup problem for the Red Wings. Their equivalent of Walsh. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten more looks in that passing game.
First and 10 for the Dons. Here's the slot in motion. He fakes it to that. Hands off to Randazzo off the left side. Spins around. Maybe a pickup of a yard or 2.
And again, there's a lot of movement. Yeah, 2. That was looked like a pretty generous spot for Red Wings that were around there. But
Dons quick out of the huddle.
I think they have all 3 of their timeouts left, Mark.
2nd and 7 now. Here's that slot in motion. He's going to drop straight back. They're trying to set up the screen on that far side of the field. He's got some blockers in front of him. Watch out. He's got a first down, and he's out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Nicely designed screenplay. there was a couple Red Wings there that were matched up with pretty well by the Dons.
1:19 left to go in this first half. Benet 7, Notre Dame 7.
Both teams have all three? Yep.
The Dons with an impressive drive so far. They're at Bennett's 39-yard line. They've got just over a minute left to go in this first half. Riccardi drops straight back. He's got a lot of pressure, and there was definitely a hold. I don't see a flag anywhere.
No. Listen, I think these guys heard how quickly the game was going with the no flags, but that one was right in front of the official, I thought.
Got away with one there. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10, and that also stops the clock. 1:14 left to go in this first half. Slot in motion. They hand it to him on that jet sweep. No, Riccardi keeps it. I'm sorry. He goes right up the middle, and he's got a 7 or 8 yard pickup.
I think the quarterback held on to that one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
3rd and 3. Are you listening to my play-by-play?
I
think you've tuned me out.
I've become a number checker.
I'm going to remember that one. Riccardi fakes the handoff. Now rolls
85.
left. He dumps it off to 85. He's your favorite player on the Dons, and he's drilled out of bounds. But not before the chains are a-moving, Rick Garrard.
That's a nice play. That's a nice rollout to the tight end. Again, matchup issue, but he's got some wheels for a big guy, too. He got that ball looked right upfield.
He's coming off the field right now, though. I think he got
dinged pretty good.
Yeah. 38 seconds left to go. Don's driving the ball on Bennett's 32. Riccardi drops straight back. Now he's got some pressure. He rolls to his left. He's being chased by Badescu, and he's run out of bounds.
Mark, I'm not sure who the corner was on the far side, but great restraint as the quarterback was going out of bounds. Not to give it a little extra push or a little shoulder shove there. That might have been a silly penalty. Yeah, really a smart play to use that sideline as another defender.
With the corners, you got Johnson here on the near side, 22. You got Takahashi that far side. Weidenbach, Bayer as your linebackers. Riccardi was looking right. Now he's going to get dragged down. That was Walsh from this side of the field making a really nice tackle.
Boy, that was beautiful backside pursuit.
Yeah.
He really extended to make that tackle. That was a beautiful play. Forces Notre Dame to call their first timeout.
It's going to back them up now. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 15 or 16. They're already now pushed back to Bennett's 32. That's a big tackle, but we've got 2 plays to stop them here. 24 seconds left to play. You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
We're back live in Lisle, Illinois at Benedictine University. A nail-biter. Benet 7, Notre Dame 7, 24 seconds left to go in this first half. The Dons have a really nice drive going here, but Bennett's defense is clamped down on these last 2 plays, led by Pierce Walsh and a sack. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 16, Rick. Riccardi fakes the handoff, now rolls left. He dumps off to the flat, but he's hit and knocked out of bounds. Were you worried about a late hit there, Rick?
I wasn't. I don't think it was intentional. I think that's what the official saw, too. I think he was just – his momentum was taking him that way.
4th and 12. What's your call here, Rick?
This is a pass to 85 coming over the middle. Look for him to cut around the 20, 19-yard line, looking for that first down.
18 seconds. You know, if it was a 4th and manageable, I think you run it, but you've got to throw the ball here. I would think, right?
Oh, I mean, I think if you're going to run it, you're going to try to pooch punt it and get him inside the 10.
You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We're back. 4th and 12. Key play here. Quarterback throws down that left sideline. He's got a receiver open in the end zone, but it's batted away. Nice coverage by the Red Wings.
Yeah, that was beautiful. It was a nice ball. I like the play call, actually. You know, if you're going to go for it, go for it. And nice defense by the Red Wings. We'll see what they decide to do here with not much time left in the second quarter.
12 seconds left to go. If you're Pat New, do you just give it a shot downfield, or do you just say, you know what, we'll take a 7-7. We don't want to do a turnover at this point.
I think you look at trying to get something up to about the 50-yard line mark. I think you throw something over the middle. You've got your timeouts left. You've got a matchup problem in Walsh. If it's not there, you go down. You don't force anything.
Yeah, I think that's the key, is to tell Picciolini, don't force
You don't have to look for the sidelines here, Mark, because you've got those 3 timeouts. They're going to play a little soft in the back.
They're only rushing 3. Picciolini drops straight back.
And
now he's going to scramble. He's got some running room up the middle. He's at the 35, the 40, and he's brought down at the 43-yard line. Timeout, Benet. That took off about 7 seconds. There's 5.2 left to go in this first half.
Boy, I thought he had a receiver right at about that 45, 50-yard line. Number 8 for the Red Wings.
Modi.
Easy to say from up here.
Yeah, I was looking at the rush. They only rushed 3, but it was still heavy from the sides, and I think he tried to step up, and then he saw that open field, so he just took off. And you know what, Rick? You wanted to get to about the 50. They got up to about the 42, so it's not a horrible play. Once again, I'd rather have that than some forced pass and an interception.
Well, the 2 options now are you're looking to get some kind of penalty to stop the clock and get another play off there, or that home run ball.
Benet from their own 42. 5 seconds left to go in this first half. Handoff to Lawler up the middle. He goes over the right side, and he's spun down right at the 47, and that's going to bring us to halftime. So, at halftime, it is Benet 7, Notre Dame 7. We'll be back at the beginning of the second half.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Tommy here at Baseball Zone. I'm going to talk to you guys about the squatting tee drill today. We have our tee. You could do this anywhere, your living room, the field, anywhere. So we're in our squat, we're at the top of the tee, we're in our ready position. We're going to focus on catching the ball now. We're simulating a pitcher throwing to us. We catch it, We rake, we bring the right leg through, and we're ready to throw. Our knees are bent, we're low. 20 to 25 times. Ready to throw. Just like this, just like that. See how I'm straight? Ready to throw down to second base. The teacher will help you throw down to second base quicker.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to try something new. I know we've done a lot of cool videos with should the White Sox trade for Mike Trout and what should the Bears do with Justin Fields in Week 1. And we like what Flemlo Raps does, but sometimes he doesn't do the athletes that I want to see. So I thought I would answer the question, what happened to David Garrard? And here goes.
It's never easy to play the quarterback position at the NFL level. Couple that with being abnormally large for the position and dealing with Crohn's disease, and you have the very underrated career of David Garrard. What makes Garrard's college and NFL career so interesting is nothing came easy for him. He seemed to be a tight end who was actually playing QB. Remember, he was around 240 pounds when he stepped on East Carolina University's campus, but as we later found out, there simply wasn't anything that Garrard couldn't do. The only issue was his ball placement and accuracy, but I'm getting ahead of myself. When looking at the career of Garrard, you always think of two words: never quit. Garrard wasn't the fastest, and he certainly looked too big to play QB. The former Jaguars quarterback sometimes reminded me of Jared Lorenzen, but when the Jacksonville Jaguars needed a big play, Garrard would give you that Cinderella moment, coming out of nowhere and then getting the job done. And although his career probably wasn't as good as Mark Brunell's, he still is one of the all-time greatest Jaguar players. The Jacksonville Jaguars YouTube account lists Garrard as number 23 all-time as a Jaguar player, and I disagree with that. He should be much higher on that list, especially since he didn't always have the most talent around him. But let's not delay any further. As Flemlo Raps would say, this is what happened to David Garrard. Garrard began playing football at around 8 years old. And to no surprise to many people watching this video, many of his coaches didn't see his future at quarterback. When Garrard attended Neal Middle School in Durham, North Carolina, his coaches instead put him at fullback. He was so big that he was basically the Mike Allstott of middle school football, as he pretty much carried the opposing defenders down the field. And according to Garrard, he didn't mind playing fullback. "I was happy with the arrangement because I got the majority of the carries," said Garrard. "I never even thought about playing quarterback." In fact, it was his preteen and early teenage year teammates who actually vouched for him to play quarterback. To test his ability to effectively play the position, his coaches would line up a handful of players 15 yards away from Garrard and tell him to zip the ball to them. After easily completing the passes, the coaches told him to put even more oomph on his throws, and according to Garrard's ego, he quote-unquote lit it up on his next several passes. And from that moment on, he was a future NFL quarterback. But Garrard playing the QB position still came with its set of drawbacks. Garrard entered the NFL when Donovan McNabb and Michael Vick were just getting their feet wet as a black quarterback in the NFL. And for people who weren't born in the early 2000s, it was very much a stereotype that coaches and GMs would stay away from drafting African American quarterbacks. In essence, drafting a black quarterback came with its controversies. Remember when Eagles fans booed at the Donovan McNabb draft selection? It's obviously dumb to point out a purely racism problem since Randall Cunningham, Dante Culpepper, Vic McNabb, and others all got their shot at QB, but black quarterbacks were still very much a small number in the NFL when Garrard was a rookie. But being an African American quarterback was not the reason why teams didn't draft him. Rather, it was a variety of factors. First of all, being from a mid-major school certainly didn't help David Garrard's draft stock. Interestingly enough, Garrard actually played against Byron Leftwich during their college years. Their lone matchup was an amazing college football bowl game where Leftwich's Marshall team somehow came back down by 30 points and defeated Garrard's East Carolina squad 64-61 in double overtime. This memorable GMAC Bowl game was a preview of both quarterbacks playing together on the Jacksonville Jaguars, where Garrard would get the last laugh by taking away Leftwich's QB job. Garrard got the nickname the Beer Truck when he played at East Carolina University, and the name definitely suits him due to his enormous stature. He explains why he got that nickname.
Coach Logan, he said, you know what, you run down the field and people get out of the way like a beer truck that's out of control. And I ran with it.
Secondly, while Garrard's East Carolina Pirates were very competitive during his time in Greenville, North Carolina, they still weren't a dominant squad. This is important to know because one of the reasons why mid-major quarterbacks like Zach Wilson can rise on the draft board is because their team was undefeated for most of the season. The old adage, "You are what your record says you are," can sometimes define how valuable your quarterback play is to the team's overall success. In layman's terms, Wilson's undefeated BYU squad, until their loss to Coastal Carolina, proved to some NFL draft scouts that he's the real deal at QB. Garrard, you might ask? His best season at East Carolina was 9-3, which included ECU defeating the number 13 ranked Miami Hurricanes that season. A very good record at 9-3, but it was still a far cry from Alex Smith's undefeated season when he played quarterback at the University of Utah. Regardless of the reason why Garrard fell in the draft, the Jaguars took a chance on him in the 4th round, and they were rewarded with a fairly decent quarterback. Despite being diagnosed with Crohn's disease in January of 2004, the former ECU Pirate ended up getting honored for the 2009 Pro Bowl, won a playoff game, and even finished with just over 16,000 passing yards in his career. If you're not familiar with Crohn's disease, here's the SparkNotes summary of the illness. Crohn's is an inflammatory bowel disease that causes inflammation of the person's digestive tract. This disease can lead to abdominal pain, severe diarrhea, fatigue, weight loss, and malnutrition. While not usually life-threatening, this IBD can lead to kidney stones, inflammation of the liver, and inflammation of the eyes. To sum up, it certainly isn't easy playing the hardest position of the 4 major American sports and being malnutritious, aka having Crohn's disease. Thankfully for Garrard, Crohn's was very treatable in 2004 and is even more treatable today. The way to generally treat Crohn's is with immunosuppressants and steroids, although surgery might be required on a case-by-case basis. And that was the unfortunate case for Garrard, as he had to have surgery in June of 2004 to remove almost 12 inches of his intestines. Despite that intensive surgery, Garrard ended up staying in the National Football League until 2003, and he did more than just stay in the NFL. He showed why he earned the starting job from head coach Jack Del Rio. In the entire history of the Jaguars, only 3 quarterbacks have won a playoff game, Brunell, Garrard, and Blake Bortles. It's not the most impressive list of QBs, but it's still obvious that Garrard had a much better NFL career than his former teammate in Leftwich. Garrard flourished best when Del Rio allowed him to best utilize his dual-threat mentality. While his numbers aren't very flashy, Garrard gave Jacksonville stability at the position once they had to move on from Mark Brunell. Even with his so-so passing numbers, Garrard still led the NFL in third down passer rating during the 2007 season. His 2007 Jaguars advanced to the divisional round, where they had to face off against the 16-0 New England Patriots. We all know how that game turned out, as the Patriots wouldn't lose a single game that season until Super Bowl 42. But as good as Garrard was, he just wasn't consistent.
We are back at Benedictine University in Lisle, Illinois. It's halftime, and we are just about to start this second half, and it is Benet 7, Notre Dame 7. Rick, your takeaways from the first half.
Well, interesting first half, right? You saw some great running efforts by both of the running backs. Quarterbacks made some good decisions. Clean game. We didn't see a lot of penalties. Notre Dame scored on a beautiful trick play early. Benet responded, and the rest has been a stalemate. So I think this second half, Mark, is going to come down to a couple of things. One, whose passing game steps up a little bit, and 2, the field position game. Because you saw a lot of that in the first half. I really think that's going to continue to play, and it all starts with this first kickoff.
No big turnovers. Not a lot of penalties, as you pointed out. It's interesting. Notre Dame early on seemed to be hitting their holes and getting some big gains rushing, but now late in the first half they didn't run it as well. They went away from that game. Benet, on the other hand, started slow running the ball, and at the end, Lawler was picking up big gains.
Well, I thought Notre Dame had a lot of success running the ball in between the tackles early.
Yeah.
And once that went away, it seems like it kind of changed the whole dynamic of what they were doing. They went away from it a little bit more. We'll see if they come back with it here in the second half.
Lawler drives a kick, taken at the 20, now the 25, 30, knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. That was number 12, Adam Gallagher, with the return.
That's one of those kicks, Mark. You either want to kick it up higher, give your defense some time to get down there, or it's got to bounce and hit it on the ground, right? I mean, that was a line drive right to him.
Notre Dame taking over. Man, they have had great field possession just about every drive this game. They're starting out at their own 34-yard line to start this second half. Riccardi with the inside handoff over the left side, and they're stuffed up there. Nice drive there by the Benet defensive line. They held that line of scrimmage, and they really held their own. Nice job.
Well, you can see they were trying to establish that running game in between the tackles again, right
Just
away.
Like you said, yeah, that was Randazzo again. I got to tell you, 2 really good running backs. Randazzo's done a nice job, and Lawler's done a nice job tonight. Randazzo to his left. Riccardi now rolls to his left. Dumps it off over the middle. He's got a receiver at the 44. He cuts right. He's got some running room. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. Cuts back again, and he's knocked down at the 18. That's the biggest gain of the night for the Dons.
Yeah, that was a really nice play. Red Wings didn't give up on defense. Saved a touchdown there at the end, but wide open in the middle of that defense.
Yeah, Riccardi did a nice job rolling to his left, then throwing against his body to throw it out to the middle of the field. 1st and 10 for the Dons. They're at Benet's 18-yard line. Slot in motion. He's going to hand off to him, and he's dragged down, it looks like for a loss. That was number 22, Johnson, with the tackle.
52. 52 for the Wings.
Badescu. You flashed 22 to me. Oh, now he's going to do 52, fans. Regardless, it was Badescu with a really nice tackle by the Red Wings. He's the defensive end on this near side.
And he's had a nice game. We've called his name a few times tonight. 52 fan out here right now, seeing in the stands.
2nd and 11
Beautiful
or 12 for the Dons. Hard count by Riccardi. Now he's got a handoff to the right side, and no one's going to touch him. I don't know what happened there on that side of the line. It was like they pinched down, and we were caught up in the run, and I'm stunned because nobody touched him.
Well, and it was to the short side of the field, too, and nobody still got a hand on him, right? I mean, it was like they gave him a 3-second head start before that defense went after him.
Randazzo with a really nice run there. Ahmed Shinnick in to attempt the extra point. Here's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. And just like that, the Dons drive down the field. Very impressive drive. And they take the lead 14-7.
Boy, a quick drive. A couple of nice run plays. A big pass play over the middle that had a lot of room. And, boy, a perfect start for the Dons. Not so much so for the Red Wings.
You're watching SBS.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can use
Manuel and Keogh back for the Red Wings. They're standing at their own 15. They've moved up a little bit from the last kickoff. High kick, and they're going to be calling for a fair catch right at the 31. I think Benet will take that.
Yeah, smart play calling that fair catch because they were all over him. Nice kick.
That was Jackson Bayer for the Red Wings on the fair catch call. So Benet will take over at their own 31.
Well, let's see how the Red Wings respond here, Mark, right? The last couple of weeks, we've seen them respond with a touchdown right afterwards, but that was a really fast touchdown drive by the Dons.
They got the double tight ends. They're going to fake the handoff to Lawler. Now he's looking over the middle of the field to Kane, and he's got him at the 49-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Red Wings.
Nice job by Kane getting position there, making sure he secured the ball with his body, knowing he was going to get hit by that safety that was behind him.
Man, I got to tell you, I'm questioning some of these marks by the refs. I thought he was closer to the 48 or 49-yard line. First down for the Red Wings. Hand off to Lawler. And he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. In fact, he may have even lost a yard or two, Rick.
Yeah, he definitely did. That was a good defensive surge by the line. Nowhere for Lawler to go there.
Three-yard loss, 2nd and 13. From their 44. Snell in that slot on the far side. Picciolini looks straight back. Now he's going to dump it off on this near side. He's got Kane again, who breaks the tackle. He's at the 40, and he's dragged down at the 32. Jack Kane is having a hell of a game.
Well, he has really been the go-to in this game, hasn't he? That first look, He's getting open. He's securing the ball. Great job by the quarterback sitting in the pocket again, knowing he was going to get hit on that one.
Yeah, very impressive. Very impressive.
Nice pass and catch here by the Red Wings.
1st and 10 for the Red Wings at Notre Dame's 32-yard line. 8:38 left to go in this third quarter. Picciolini fakes to Lawler, now hits. Is that Kane again off?
I think that's Walsh on the far side, Mark.
That is Walsh. Just a quick down and out, but he picks up maybe 4 or 5 yards on that
I'm going
play.
to say that was even bigger than a down and out, because that was a jump ball scenario between him and the defender, and he ripped that ball. That was going to be his ball. That's a nice play by Walsh.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Red Wings. Now at the Dons' 27-yard line. Trips receivers to this near sideline. Picciolini looks to his left. Now he's going to dump it off on that quick bubble screen. That's number 23.
That's Takahashi.
But he's hit pretty quickly. He's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
You know, this Red Wing team's got a lot of weapons to throw the ball out to. We're throwing the ball. A lot of guys are getting looks here. I think it's a matter of time before we break a couple.
Band's kicking in.
Pajama night here.
Pajama night for the Red Wings on a Thursday night. Picciolini looks to his left. He's got some pressure. He's going to scramble, and I think he's going to pick up the first down.
Wow.
I think he's got it.
Well, both officials are close to the 20, which definitely have the first down.
Let's see where they mark it, but I think he's got it, Rick.
And I've said for
they're
9
moving
years,
the chains.
what don't the officials do?
Bring the chains out for
That's right.
measurement.
So where he's standing is where that ball is going to be. That's the first down. Nice job by the quarterback, too, to make sure he got that.
Yeah, because he was actually hit.
He got hit early. Yeah, that's right.
Before the marker, and he kept his legs driving and got the first down. 1st and 10 for the Red Wings. At the 20. Here's a slot in motion. Fakes the handoff on that jet sweep. Tries to set up the screens here on the near side. He's got some running room.
Oh!
The tackle. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wings. Touchdown, Red Wing Nation.
Boy, he hit Walsh. Walsh makes a great move early, then runs over a Notre Dame defender into the end zone for 6.
Love that call, too.
69-yard drive.
And then threw that quick slant to Walsh. That was great. Nice play call. Great execution.
Great answer by the Red Wings.
Ball is down, kick is up. And Benet answers 14-14. You're watching SBS.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Stolen. O'Connor and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot and a goal. So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs.
We are back after that impressive drive by the Red Wings, tied the score up 14-14. If you're just joining us, it was 7-7 at half. Benet kicked off to Notre Dame, and Notre Dame had a very impressive drive down the field. Took it to the Red Wings. Benet answered with a drive of their own, and now it is 14-14. Fielded by the Dons. Oh, he's got some running room. He's at the 50, the 40. Wow. Once again, it looked like the play was bottled up. I thought the play was over, quite honestly. And some missed tackles by the Red Wings. And now the Dons are in excellent scoring position.
Mark, the difference on those two kickoffs, they were both to the 31-yard line. One was a high one that forced the Red Wing to call a fair catch, right? It was the defenders were there.
Yeah.
That was a line drive that gave that receiver a whole field to run with. He took advantage of it, gets all the way down to the Red Wing 29.
That was Adam Gallagher for the Dons. Really nice run. Oh, that's frustrating to see. Riccardi standing at Bennett's 34-yard line. He's got Randazzo to his left. Now he drops straight back. He's got some rush. And I thought there was holding again right there, Rick. Riccardi cuts back to his right. And he's got a nice pickup. He's close to that first down.
Yeah, I think he got it.
That's a first down for the Dons. And they are moving the chains. They're inside the Benet 20.
Well, you can't give field position like that after a nice touchdown drive, a good answer by the Red Wings, and then on special teams let something like that happen. It puts all the momentum right back.
6:03 left to go in this third quarter. The score is tied 14-14. You've got Gallagher here at the near side of the field. Pressure from the outside. Riccardi throws it to the left. But not before they pick up another 8 or 9 yards, Rick. They're close to a first down again.
Well, with every pass completion, the quarterback's getting more and more confidence, too. He's starting to throw some laser beams inside this Benet defense, and that makes this offense very, very dangerous.
Stanula with the reception there. Adam Gallagher, who had that big return, is at this near side of the field. Riccardi takes the high snap, hands off over the left side. Randazzo's got the first down, and he drags 2 defenders into the 4-yard line of Benet. Man.
Well, a game that was 7-7 at half has got some more fireworks going here in this third quarter.
Quickly break from the huddle. They are in a really tight formation right here. And they're going to take a direct snap and try to run it out to the near side of this field. And finally, we've got a flag.
We're going to have a hold. This is going to come back.
That was a wildcat. Looks like it was Jaleel Johnson that they gave the direct snap to there. All indications are that it's a hold.
That's a big penalty here because that puts them back and makes them look to pass the ball again, right, instead of just running the ball. You know, on that play, too, Mark Walsh was out of the game. I don't know if he would have been lined up on that side. They tend to move it around a little bit, but...
Looks like Walsh is back in on that far side defensive position. Badescu's down here on the near side. They've got a slot and a wide to that far side of the field. Now that slot comes in motion, and they fake the handoff to him. Handoff to Randazzo, and he's nailed right after he gets the ball, Rick.
That was a nice fake from up here, too. In their situation, you just saw those defensive linemen and linebackers just get a hand on everybody. Nice job by the defense. They cannot get a first down here, Mark, so it's second and goal.
Second and goal from the 17. Riccardi back at his own 22. Takes the snap. Fakes it to Randazzo. He's going to roll left, but he's got Snell all over him, but Snell couldn't reel him in. But he did it enough to chase him out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it, Rick.
Looks like back about the 24.
Yeah, so it's going to be third and goal from the 24-yard line. The Don's going in the wrong direction, but the right direction for the Red Wings.
Yeah. No penalties here. You don't want to see something to give them a cheap first down.
Two backs. Now one goes in motion, fakes the handoff. He drops straight back, tries to throw this screen to the far side of the field, and he's bottled up quickly. He's going to be stopped right at about the 20-yard line, Rick.
Yeah, it looks like you got 5 or 6, maybe 5 yards on that play, Mark. But nice job, and they're going to bring the field goal unit out.
It's going to be 4th and goal from the 19-yard line of Benet. Ahmed Shinnick, who we've seen kick a couple extra points, but nothing else earlier today. Here's the snap. Kick is away. He's got some leg.
I think that's left. No good.
No good for the Red Wings. That's a great break for the Red Wings.
Yeah, plenty of distance. Just didn't go through the uprights. It was to the left of the left pole, and that's a good stop because they started off on the Red Wing 31-yard line.
Yeah, and then they had a couple of nice plays, and they had 1st and goal. You're right. They were lucky with a penalty, a holding penalty, and then they really tightened up and did a nice job to keep them out of the end zone. Great job by the Benet defense, really knuckling down there. 1st and 10 for the Red Wings at their own 20. Lawler to Picciolini's right. Notre Dame looks like they're blitzing on that near far side. Handoff off the right side. He's got some running room, breaks a tackle. I think that was Snell. Was it 10? Yeah. Snell with a nice run there. He broke a couple tackles. Tough run. Picks up 8 yards. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 2, Rick. Just over 3 minutes left to go in this 3rd quarter. Tie ball game, 14-14. Slot goes in motion, fakes the jet, now hands off to Lawler over the right side. Not much there, Rick. I think he may have gotten a yard, if that.
Maybe. I really liked the play, but the Dons were there on defense to stop that. From up here, it was a beautiful fake.
Yeah. 3rd and 1 for Benet at their own 29-yard line. Picciolini breaks his troops from the huddle. He's got Lawler to his left. He's going to throw. He rolls to his right. Looks downfield. And it's Snell. Let's see if they're going to call it a completion.
The official on the far side is saying he was out of bounds. Now you've got
the defender went down first. I thought he was open for it. Did it look like he pushed him at that
It looks like he got a little separation there. They're going to punt here. It's a 4th and 1. Boy, that's
a tough call to make.
It's a tough call to make.
You're tied 14-14. If you don't get the first down, do you want to give it back to them on their 29 after they had great field position?
Well, I guess, on the flip side of that, Mark, is let's see where this punt ends up, right? If it's on this side of the 50, then I think it's worth rolling the dice. But
here's a nice
and he got off a good one.
Yeah. Fielded at the 36-yard line, 37, and
great
tackled immediately.
Yeah, great coverage. Got off a good punt. Well, we've had 2 flags so far in this game and 0 turnovers.
Yeah. Godziak on the tackle there by the Red Wings. Really nice coverage. He did a fantastic job.
Did you ever see when he fought King Kong?
Not funny.
Oh, Godzilla. That was Godzilla.
1st and 10. Handoff to Randazzo over the left side. It looked like it was all bottled up, but he burst through the line, and he's got about a 7-yard gain right there, Rick.
Yeah, a lot of what we've seen this whole game, right? It's just...
You see it, and you think there's no hole there, and then all of a sudden he pops through for an 8-yard gain. 2nd and short for the Dons. 1:32 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Here's the snap. Oh, he's hit as he's handing off to Randazzo, so he's just going to run out of bounds. I think Riccardi saw the pressure there and it took the ball away, and it was a good thing because the running back got lit up, Rick.
Really nice play by the quarterback there to hold on to that ball, make the right read, and take that out. Lost a couple yards, but it could have been worse.
3rd and a long, 6 for the Dons. Gallagher in the slot to this near side. Riccardi. He's got a back to either side of him, but now one goes in motion. Fakes the handoff. Now he's trying to swing it over. Now he's looking to the middle on a post.
Oh, boy.
And it's broken up. Brendan Smith, I thought, had an interception, and he's shaking his head right now. I think he thought the same thing.
Yeah, that's when he wished he had back, right?
Yeah.
Crossed the middle, had his hands on the ball, but puts him back in a 4th down situation here. Benet should have some decent field position.
Keogh and Manuel standing it back at the 25. Here's the snap, kicks away. Fielded at the 29, breaks a tackle, spun down, and they're going to take over at about the 37-yard line.
I think that was Keogh, right? Yep.
That was Keogh.
So decent field position for the Red Wings.
Keogh and Johnson were back for the Red Wings. Keogh fielded it. Man, Keogh's a snot-nosed kid, isn't he?
Yeah, he's tough.
Here comes the Benet offense. Let's see if they can answer here. Start to put this game away. Walsh talking to Picciolini as he runs to the line. You think he tells him, throw me the ball? Fakes it to him, now throws it over to Snell. He's wide open in the middle of the field, breaks a tackle, dragged down at about the 49-yard line. They are inside the Dons territory now.
Nice tackle again by number 3 from the, I think that was Doherty.
Jack Doherty. Modi split way out there on the far side of the field. Kane goes in motion, hands it to him on the sweep, the jet sweep.
Oh, wow.
But there was nothing there, and he was tackled right at the line of scrimmage. They were not fooled by that at all, Rick.
No, they spread out the defense pretty well there, kept him behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play by the Dons.
That's going to bring 2nd and 10. They're still at the 49-yard line of the Dons. Just under a minute left to play.
I think that's going to be it for the quarter, Mark.
Yeah, they're coming back to the sidelines. So that's going to conclude the 3rd quarter. Benet tied with the Dons, 14-14. You're watching SBS.
Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
We're back at Benedictine University, where the Benet Academy Red Wings are tied with the Notre Dame Dons, 14-14.
I got my sideline reporter in Chicago who joined here for the second half. I'd like to see a flea flicker. I don't know if we can get that down to Coach New. I don't know if it's the right call here or not, but that's the play that we're calling. Like it's Madden 11.
2nd and 10 for the Red Wings. Picciolini drops straight back. He looks to his right. He's looking there the whole time. There's a face mask.
Yeah, Mark, you called it, and 2 officials saw it too, because there's 2 flags coming in at the same time. That's an automatic.
Face masking on the Dons. don't know why that's not a first down, Rick. And it was they tore him down by the face mask. It wasn't unintentional.
Well, and I thought that rule went away, intentional versus the unintentional. I thought everything was the same. I know it is in the pros. I thought it was at every level for safety reasons. But
2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Lawler off the right side.
That's
is it 22? Is it
yeah.
Johnson?
Yes.
Liam Johnson with the carry. It's
Well,
going to bring up a 3rd and
you know what
long
it's,
2.
You know what it's time for? It's time for my overreaction of the game, and this is right now the most important play of the game.
I thought we were going to get it through a whole game with you not saying that.
I think this is it, though. 3rd and 3, 4th quarter, and a tie game at home.
I'm not arguing that it's a key play. I just don't know if it's the most critical play just yet.
At this juncture.
All right, Rick Aaron, what's your call?
I think this is staying in the quarterback's hands. Quarterback, oh boy.
We had movement on the line, or that may have even been Lawler in the backfield.
We had a couple guys move, right? You saw the quarterback move forward. You saw was it the receiver? Was it Lawler?
Oh, my goodness.
Johnson was playing in the backfield, so it might have been him. But either way, it changes your play call.
Oh, the
Maybe.
Penalties are drive killers. They just kill you. Listen, it's 3rd and 8. Trips receivers to that far sideline. Picciolini drops straight back. He's looking for Walsh. He's got some pressure, and he's going to be dragged down. He did not have a lot of time to throw that ball. And he was locked in on Walsh the whole time. He looked at this near sideline and wasn't looking anywhere else, Rick.
Well, that's too bad to have that kind of field position in 3rd and it looked like a short 3 and get pushed back to the 3rd and 8 and then obviously being able to convert. But it goes back to what we talked about at halftime, Mark. Now we're getting back in that field position game, right? So a good punt here, pin them way back, and rely on your defense again. Oh.
Low line drive kick. It takes 2 bounces.
Oh, boy.
A real dangerous play there by the Dons. That was number 24 for the Dons. And I got to tell you, if I'm the special teams coach for them, I'm a little frustrated at Nathan Garnett. He's been playing a really good game and done a lot of nice things, but that was not a smart pickup right there.
Well, I think he was scared, Mark, where it was going to go. That was going to bounce inside the 10. Obviously, you're taking the risk on a funny bounce there, but from where he was, he sees a couple of Red Wings thinking that this ball is going to get pinned down.
Yeah.
It worked out for him, but...
Riccardi takes the snap, hands off to Randazzo over the right side. He's got some running room. That looked like the play that they scored on over here.
Yeah, it did.
He kind of just starts on the inside and then takes it to the outside.
It's one step, gets around the tackle, and he flies upfield. They had the sideline help him on that side.
First down, they're going to take over now with the 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Riccardi takes a snap, fakes it to Randazzo. He's over the right side. Oh, I thought there was a fumble.
It certainly looks like it had to be. It must have been a shadow because it looked like something fell forward on that, didn't it?
Yeah. Wishful thinking. Second and 10 for the Dons. Just over 9.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. Tied 14-14. Heiberger now in at defensive end on this near side. Johnson, the corner out here, near side. Riccardi takes the snap, hands off to Randazzo over the left side, and he is stuffed. That's a nice play there by the defensive line there and the linebackers.
Really, really nice play to force a 3rd and long.
Heiberger comes off. Nope. Now he's coming back on. Now he's back off. They literally had him. The guy ran about 100 yards.
He's doing that move again.
Walsh back in at defensive end. Johnson and Smith here to the near side. 3rd and 9. Oh, and we have movement by the Dons this time.
Was it the receiver?
Both receivers.
Okay.
Both 12 Gallagher and the slot over here both jumped.
Well, you can tell, Mark, the game's changing a little bit here in the fourth quarter. Tie game. People are getting a little anxious, a little jumpy here on both sides. You're seeing a lot more flags than you were in the first 3 quarters here.
Third and 14. Riccardi standing back at his own 22-yard line. Now Randazzo goes in motion here. They're going to try and set up that screen again, but they knew it. They sniffed that out and shut it down quickly.
They had the receivers downfield covered really well. They had 2 guys in the backfield. Quarterback waited as long as he could to get that out of his hands. Neither were going to give him the first down on that play. Great defense by the Red Wings. Force a punt here.
4th and 14 for the Dons. 8:07 left to go in this tie ball game. 14-14. Here's the snap. Big push up the middle, and he just got off, but it's a great kick fielded by Keogh at the 38. He slips.
Be careful here. Boy, Keogh's a tough kid. That ball was... He knew, again, he was going to get hit on that one, right? Almost went down to one knee. Caught the ball. Good field position for the Red Wings.
Man, what a ball game so far. Thursday night football.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's do it every Thursday.
What's your call here, Rick?
I'll tell you what I'd like to see. A nice, long, sustained drive.
Take up a lot of clock.
Take about 7.5 minutes off the clock.
I love that. I was kind of just thinking more of like first down play.
Run.
That's why they call you the gambler.
That's exactly right.
Here's a slot in motion. They're going to hand that off. He's going to throw it. He's looking back over the middle. He's got a receiver open. He's caught at the 40.
Wow.
Wow and wow. That was Snell. Part-time receiver, part-time corner, and now part-time quarterback.
Full-time awesome. Great play. Again, nice to have a target like Walsh in the middle of that field, right? But a tough pass. There was 4 guys, none of them particularly close, but he had to throw it in between them. A little trickery. First down, Red Wings.
Picciolini hands off to Lawler over the left side. He's got some running room.
That's it.
And he picks up 5, I'd say about 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Red Wings. They're right at the 35-yard line. No penalties. No turnovers here.
Yeah, I think what they're doing now, Mark, just mixing up the play calling, but you want to keep the ball in the middle of the field, keep the ball running, keep winning the line of scrimmage, and you're going to win this game.
Lawler right up the gut again.
Exactly.
And he's going to be short of the first down, but he's going to pick up maybe 2-3 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short for the Wings. 3rd and 3.
That's a long 3.
I'm being optimistic. Once again, these refs are squeezing us on these marks.
No, I'm looking. I completely agree with you, but wow.
They're bringing the house. Here's the pressure up the middle. Picciolini rolls right. Now he dumps it off. And he's got a completion to Snell. Great pass. Great reception. Great play for the Wings.
Holy cow. Great concentration by Snell. A guy draped all over him. Caught the ball with his hands. Tucked it in. First down, Red Wings. Huge play.
I got to tell you, I really like the way Picciolini looked last week. And this week he looks good again. They brought 2 or 3 guys blitzing. He saw it, he picked it up, rolled out right. On the run, he delivered just a beautiful pass to Snell on the run. Handoff to Lawler off the left side. He gets stood up. He got hit hard there. That was a pop. I could hear that up here, Rick.
But that's exactly what you want. I mean, how much time do we have on the clock, Mark?
6:06.
Still a lot of time here, but boy, you have got to come out of here now with a touchdown.
Manuel, Kane, Modi split out to that far side of the field. Walsh is on the near side right here. I'm sorry, Snell is on the near side right here. Picciolini rolls to his right. Man, there was just not much there. I don't know if they were looking to be an option there or something, but Coach New is really animated with his back.
No, you're right.
There was some confusion, I think, about was that going to be an option or what was that?
Well, you certainly were going to option it right on your own sideline like that, I hope.
3rd and 13 now for the Wings. They got to get to the 8-yard line for a first down. Bennett's going to take a timeout, so we'll take a break right now. You're watching SBS.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
We're back, and Rick, I'm just surprised you haven't said it yet. I think this might be the key play. 3rd and 12 for the Wings.
I was actually holding off for one more, depending on what they did with this one.
Picciolini back at his own the 24 of the Dons. He's got a heavy rush up the middle. He rolls right. Now he dumps it off to to Kane again.
What a play by Payne. This is a huge spot, Mark. So he got hit 3 yards short of the first down, spun off it. We're going to see. They're going to call it way short. So you're going to bring the field goal.
He's going to be 4th and 2.
Yeah.
And here comes Lawler, who is also, besides running back extraordinaire and part-time linebacker, he's also their kicker. Now this is off that right hash.
Come on.
Coach New yelling and screaming. Here's the ball. Kick is up. And it's good.
Yep.
It wasn't very pretty.
Well, they knew it right away. You could hear the sideline. They knew it right away. Officials looked at each other, both put up the good sign. 17-14. First lead by the Red Wings tonight.
Wow. I got to tell you, the holder seemed a little bit confused. They changed their depth at the last second. It looked like they were only about 6 yards. I know they want to be about 7. Coach New seemed upset about that. Lawler has a real quick style. He punches it through, and Coach New was not happy. I know he was thrilled about the kick going up, but there seemed to be some confusion there.
I don't know if you've got a VHS copy of Mark McAndrew breaking down extra points, but if you haven't gotten your hand on one, get to a Blockbuster and check that out.
Well, I've watched you over the years so many times, and I know you are arguably the best holder in the league, or Benet Academy history.
I appreciate that, and you're probably right.
My point is, it didn't seem very smooth at that point.
Listen,
it did not seem very smooth.
Not smooth. You're exactly right, but we're going to take the 3.
I'll take
the lead,
the 3.
And
put
our defense out there.
Here's Lawler again. Now he's going to drive this back. It's going to be taken at about the 12-yard line. The Don return kicker's at the 20, 25, dances back. He's still on his feet, 30, and now there's
Let's
just a
blow
big
the whistle,
scrum.
ref. Let's go.
Yeah. Finally.
When it's a scrum like that, you got to blow the whistle.
4:19 left to go in this ball game. Benet leading 17-14.
The Dons have all 3 left. The Red Wings have 2 timeouts left.
I got to tell you something. I didn't know a lot about Notre Dame other than their record and who they played, but I am just really surprised that the score is this tight. But it's a great game, and we've had a lot of fun tonight.
I think you see a lot of similarities between these two teams.
Yes.
I think they both play hard. That they're both good on the lines. They run the ball hard. Their quarterbacks are smart. I see a lot of similarities. I thought that receiver jumped a little early.
Riccardi with the fake hits number 12. That's Gallagher for a nice completion. He's going to be close. Yeah, they're going to give him a first down. And Rick, I think the same thing. It looks like that near side receiver jumped early.
It was a hair early. But
listen, there's still plenty of time left to play in this ball game. Bennett's got to really toughen up here and shut them down. 1st and 10 for the Dons. They're at their own 44-yard line.
Mark, I smell a turnover.
Slot in motion. There's the pitch to him on this jet sweep, and he cuts back. He's still in play. He's driving his feet. You got to give him credit. The kid's fighting, and he's finally
and they're going to keep the clock running.
The 49-yard line.
He didn't go out of bounds.
Johnson in on the tackle. 3:30 left to go in this ball game.
Mark, like you started this game, this is a really, it's a big game. Every game's a big game in high school and college. But this is a huge game for the Red Wings. It gets you back to 500, gives you a 2-game winning streak, gets you a step closer to what the playoffs are, with a couple of tough games coming up. Huge game for the Red Wings.
The up back is that number 85. Watch him. He pulls here on the left side. They're going to throw it over to Gallagher on the near side, and he breaks a tackle.
Boy. That's... And he wants Johnson out of the game after that.
Unfortunately, Johnson had him there, was right in his face, and he broke a tackle. Gallagher's done that a few times tonight, and now without even thinking, there's 2 minutes, 50 seconds left, and they are...
That's tough play, Mark, because that should be a 5-yard play, and instead he gets by the defensive back and makes it a much bigger play than it should have been.
Randazzo off the right side, and this is eerily similar to that first half. The second half, they were gaining big gains early on, and now it seems like we're stuffing them up the middle.
Well, this is where Notre Dame's got to be really smart with time management too, right? Because what they don't want to do is keep enough time on the clock for the Red Wings.
Right. But I don't think they're going to. They sure it's 2 minutes, 11 seconds left to go.
Yep.
They seem to be taking their time coming up to the line.
Well, you've got to keep one, right? You've got to hold on to one in case you need that field goal attempt.
Here's that slot motion. He's going to hand off to him. No, he's going to keep it and keep it over that right side and tackled at the hash there. That's going to keep the clock rolling.
Mark, to your point, it almost feels like they're content with staying in field goal range. That's a play that wasn't going to move the needle very much. Now you got 3rd and a long one.
Yeah.
I'd be really surprised if they passed the ball here.
Rick, what is it right now?
It's a run.
He fakes it. He rolls left. He was looking for 85. He's looking over the middle.
He dropped
and
it.
He's broken up. What a play. Who's in on it again? Joe Keogh.
Boy, he's having a nice game.
Wow.
Boy, the ball was there.
The ball was there, and it was in his hands. They just popped him and knocked the ball out.
Well, now you don't need to call a timeout unless you want to make sure that you've got the right play here. They're keeping their offense on the field. And here's the timeout. They're going to talk about this.
We will come back after this timeout. You're watching SBS.
Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
We are back with 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go in this ball game. 4th and 9. Notre Dame trying to put something on the board to answer.
Mark, they've got the kicker out there.
Wow, I didn't see this coming. So he's standing at his own 33. This is a 43-yard field goal.
Wow.
Here's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. He's got a lot of leg.
He got it.
It's good.
He got it.
Wow.
What a beautiful
Rick.
kick.
That's really a nice kick.
You know, that's something special. That's a heck of a play. It looks like they had kept their offense on the field originally, called the timeout. My guess is the conversation went something like this. Can you make it? He goes, I'll make it. He goes, are you sure? He said, I'm sure. Let's kick it.
Ahmed Shinnick, who had missed a shorter kick earlier in the game, comes up, and that was just a great kick.
Wow. What a great game here tonight.
It's like one team scores, the other team answers.
Yep.
We've seen that again and again. Holy cow. But you know what, Rick? There's a minute 25. We've got time to take this ball game. And the way Picciolini's been throwing and the way we were moving the ball the last two series.
Absolutely. Well, you know, again, we talked about this at the beginning of the first half. You're going to keep one for the field goal. But you've got that whole field to work with because you've got another timeout to use, right? Actually, they only have 2 left, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, too. They're 1-4. They've got nothing to lose here. Do you try an onside kick? Do you
Absolutely
do
not.
Crazy like
nope.
that?
Nope. And I kick it deep.
He's going to kick it high, and it's going to be taken at the 20. That's Keogh, and he breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle. He's going to run. That's a great return. He's out at the 41-yard line.
You know, to your point earlier, Mark, you got to play every game in its own silo, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're saying 1-4, but this game right now, they went in 0-0. They want to win this game tonight. And the defense has done a nice job. They haven't let up a lot of big plays. You don't hamper your defense by giving them half the field or less to work with.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you, but sometimes when you see teams that have nothing to lose, they just say, what the hell, let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's try something crazy. If it works, we pull out a victory here. Their only win this season was last week, I believe, against St. Viator, right?
I believe so, in overtime.
Picciolini drops straight back. He's going to throw a pass up to Walsh, and he catches it. Breaks. No, he's brought down right at. I thought he was going to break that tackle, but
unbelievable.
He just threw that up for grabs.
Well, that's the confidence you have when you have a 6'5" receiver with good hands. And, you know, right before that play, before the kickoff, you saw Coach New talking to him on the sideline. So that wasn't a surprise where that ball was going.
Picciolini now looks to his left, completes it.
Wow.
And he brings it down to about the 19, just under a minute, and they call timeout.
Ooh. Wow, well, they're coming up. This has got to be a strategy conversation right here, right? You keep the ball in the middle of the field or where the kicker feels most comfortable from kicking a field goal attempt, or with a timeout left, you're taking a couple of shots. I don't think this ball goes in the air, Mark. I think you've got to keep air, Mark. I think you got to keep this ball in the middle of the field. Run it. If you break one, great. If not, you set up your kicker for success.
Yeah, I'm definitely a risk-adverse kind of guy. I don't want a fumble or a pick, obviously. I wouldn't mind a play action. You fake it to Lawler and throw it to Kane or Walsh in the corner maybe, and if he's not open, you tell him to throw it out. But
easy to say, sometimes different to actually do it on the field when you've got a guy in your face, Mark. So
He's going to throw it. Throws it off to that near side. I'm sorry, the far side, but there's nothing there.
And now what do? Because you've got third down.
The clock is ticking because he's inbound.
Well, you have one timeout left.
Yeah, I don't. Third and just a yard. They need.
Well, you run it. You're running right to the middle of the field here, and then you're calling a timeout. Oh boy.
He's going to throw it again. Same play. Breaks a tackle. Oh, a big hit, and he's out at about the 10-yard line. That was Lawler over there on that side. Man, he delivered a hit. And now they're at the 10 with 25 seconds left. They're at the 11, so they do have room to make a first down. So it's 1st and 10 from the Don's 11-yard line. Johnson's coming into the ball game. Modi's coming off.
Mark,
throw this again. Right?
I've been wrong on my last four guesses, so
they're going to throw this ball. Picciolini keeps it. He runs right up the middle.
Now, do the Dons call a timeout? I don't think so. I think you kick it here.
16 seconds, 15 seconds.
You're going to
running.
And then you're going to see maybe a freeze opportunity here by the Dons on Lawler. Oh, just a little karate kick there. I don't know if anybody saw that.
And Coach New calls a timeout with 2.5 seconds. I think we're going to stay here for this because this is a critical play. That was, I was really surprised there. They threw it through two times, 2 short passes, both to that far side of the field. Once again, I wonder if, like you said, were they looking to take advantage of something over there?
Well, none of that matters at this point. Right now, the offensive line has to do their job.
Right.
The hold's got to be there.
Right.
Right. The snap's got to be there. And, of course, you've got to put it through the uprights.
Right.
But right now, those offensive linemen are tapping each other on the shoulder and say, you've got your guy. Let's go.
Heppel with the hold. Lawler to win the ball game.
Come on, boys.
Here's the snap, and there's the timeout, like you said.
And you're going to see another one, but always follow through, right, on that kick. Every time that's got to follow through. The last thing you want to see your kicker do is pull up short and strain something.
Yeah.
So you follow through, you get your rhythm down. They want to call it timeout, fine. You come back up and you do it again.
Two and a half seconds left to go here at Benedictine University in Lisle.
The Benet sideline arm in arm here in unison for this field goal.
17-17 ball game. Woo! Thursday night football, Rick Aaron.
Thursday night football. Come on.
All right. We'll do it one more time. Heppel with the hold. Here's the snap.
Nope, another timeout.
Another timeout, and the kick is up. I like the way that one looked, and there's the second timeout.
So you saw the Notre Dame coach right next to the ref, making sure that was timed perfectly. It was. This time, it's for real.
Yep. He's had 2 practice kicks, though, right?
Yeah.
He's got the distance down. Man, oh man, we have seen a great one here tonight. Both teams answering on each drive from the other team. Tied at half, 7-7. Benet now with an opportunity to win this ball game. 2.5 seconds left.
Come on, boys.
What is the problem now? They've changed the clock because it was 2.5, now it's 2.0. Heppel at the 16, here's the snap. Ball is up. And he nails it, and the Red Wings win the ball game. Wow.
That's
Thursday night football,
wow.
Garrard.
That was fantastic.
So, the final from Benedictine on this special Thursday night edition is Benet Academy 20, Notre Dame Dons 17. Thank you for tuning in and watching SBS. Have a good night.